Hello, my beautiful souls. My name is Sanja, and today I'm answering to one of your questions that I've had on TikTok. I've actually already had a live over an hour long yesterday answering to this question. So if you want to check out my TikTok lives, I do go often there, and it's, I think, for me better to answer to them in person during live. If you have any extra questions, it's much better to answer it like this, and I have much more to say and I can explain it better than if I have to write it down and text you. So the first time I heard about self-actualization, I didn't even know what it meant. Then I read about it mostly from Abraham Maslow's theory about it, but I also figured out that there's one thing that is definitely missing in that theory, and I'm going to share it with you in the end, that for me it's the base of actually fulfilling this self-actualization. So I've written down the definitions of everything. Like I said, the first time I heard about this, I didn't know what it was. So if there is a chance you don't know it either, don't worry, I got you covered. So to be your actual self, desire to become the most that one can be, is all self-actualization. The realization or fulfillment of one's talents and potentialities, especially considered as a drive or need present in everyone. To actualize something is to accomplish or complete it. In psychology, a concept regarding the process by which an individual reaches his or her full potential. The one thing that I have to mention in this is that these definitions are really, reach the full potential is when something is complete, you're never going to get it done. So keep that in mind. You're never going to reach a stage where this is it, this is the most that I can be, and then there's nothing above it. Even if you fulfill a goal, even let's say it's money. I mean, it's not self-actualization, but let's say your goal is £1 million or 1 billion, and once you achieve that, it doesn't mean that you're going to stop there. Maybe now you'll want to achieve new goals, or even that make a bigger one, or so you're never going to actually stop wanting, you're never going to stop growing, unless you resist change and stuff. However, in self-actualization terms, you're never going to reach, oh, I'm complete now, I'm full, and where do I go now? You can always have more, you can always grow more, you just follow your expansion that can get bigger and bigger, and that it is expanding anyway. So I have put here the theory from Abraham Maslow. It says, was an American psychologist who developed a hierarchy of needs to explain human motivation. His theory suggested that people have a number of basic needs that must be met before people move up the hierarchy to pursue more social, emotional, and self-actualization needs. The thing about this pyramid or hierarchy of needs is that once you start working on yourself, once you start raising your vibration, once you start the healing process, once you start all of these things are gonna come naturally to it. When I used to, in one moment in my life, I was on the streets, I had a suitcase of clothes, I didn't know where to go, and that suitcase wasn't on wheels like it is today. And this was over 10 years ago, even literally over 10 years ago. And I was in a different country. I didn't know what to do. I was just there. I couldn't leave because I couldn't leave my suitcase there, and I couldn't like drag it with me. And I had a phone, not like a smartphone, but a phone that had music in it. And I thought, I don't have much battery in it. You know what? I'm just gonna play music and sing it. And it wasn't like on a busy street or something. So I was basically alone in that area, and I didn't know what to do. I'm just gonna sing. At that time, I did not know about the vibration, the raising the vibration, the being in alignment. It just came naturally to me. I just had this, you in this moment, like, you don't even know what to do anymore. You don't have anyone there. You have no family, you have no friends, you have no one. And I just play music. I didn't know what else to do. But it was such an I didn't even know which music it was. I remember singing. I remember just like, you know what? I don't know. I'm releasing it. I'm letting it go, and I'll see what's gonna happen. And not long after that, a woman approached me and asked me, she's like, I can see you sitting there on your suitcase now for a while. I think she went to the shop and went back. She's like, do you need a shelter? Do you need a place to stay? Do you... And I'm thinking, what an angel. Like, I can't believe this is happening. In what? This is like from a film. And I explained everything, and she said, listen, I have a spare room for a few days. Come, be here until you need it. You know, we'll sort something out. So I left my suitcase there. I, showered, changed, went, got the job the same day, got some money in a few days, and was able to go somewhere else, pay the rent, and just stay there. And these types of situations, experiences happen so often. And in that moment, I did not have anything. I did not have these basic needs. So he says the psychological needs, physiological, needs that are air, water, food, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction, safety needs, personal security, employment, resources, health, property, um, love and belonging, friendship, intimacy, family, sense of connection, esteem, respect, self-esteem, status, recognition, strength, freedom, and also at the top is self-actualization, desire to become the most that one can be. And I'm not saying I was a self-actualized person there. However, I achieved a lot of the things that, like that. So it doesn't have to take long. You don't have to go step by step. You don't have to, oh, I don't have this yet, I don't have that yet. It'll just come naturally to you. You'll be aligning with it. And sometimes without even realizing, which at the time I didn't realize, you're just gonna invite that into your life, and that's gonna be in your life. So it's, don't just follow this step by step. The basic, most important thing is to work on your vibration, your healing, and all these things. Now, this, it says self-actualization. It was originally introduced by Kurt Goldstein, a physician specializing in neuroanatomy and psychiatry in the early half of 20th century. If anyone was interested, there you go. So, Maslow found out certain traits that people that have self-actualized have in common. Now, some of these are actually describing the one that, again, are in my opinion, but I'm gonna share with you what he was sharing. And like I said, wait till the end, because that is, for me, the base where you need to start regardless. So, number one is authenticity. Means you're true to your own personality, values, and spirit, regardless of the pressure that you're under to act otherwise. You're honest with yourself and with others, and you take responsibility for your mistakes. Your values, ideals, and actions align. I really think I'm not trying to speak about one topic specifically, because then this would have been a very, very longer video than it already is, that I know it's gonna be anyway. So I'm just gonna take the shortest things that I can, explain them in the most basic way. So when I think of authenticity, I think of someone who is the majority of the time happy. I think of someone who, although they value maybe other people's opinions and will take information, will have their own path, have their own, form their own opinion. This is gonna be one of those traits. However, this is what I think of someone that is authentic, not someone that is different. Keep in mind, we are all born different, because we are in this physical having the illusion of being separate and also being different, because we have so many different things around us. Not everyone is going to want the same car, etc., etc. However, there are some people that just want to be different. They're not looking for authenticity. They're not looking what they actually want, even if it aligns maybe with someone who they don't like. But maybe they don't like someone, or I don't know, let's say a government or someone, and they're maybe speaking like that, dressing like that, doing certain things, and then they're gonna be completely opposite, just because maybe they don't like them, and they want to get as far away as they can by being different, which does not mean is something who their authentic self is. So keep that in mind. It's not about being different, it's about being your authentic self. When you're authentic self, you're happy, you're joyous, you have love is in the air, and it's a relief. I want to say that it's peaceful, and you have the sense of relief that you not have to force yourself to be anyone, that you're not gonna um, just even if that offends someone, even if someone has certain opinions of what you should be, you're not really into that. You know who you are, and once you're there, you know, if others accept it, great. If they don't, they don't. But it's up to them. It's not up to you. People that a person that is authentic is person that is kind, is person that is good to others, is person that, because once you're happy, joyous, you want to spread that everywhere. You know, once you're healed, that if someone is not behaving nice, it's because they are not healed. It's because they hurt inside, because they need help. And you're not going to be judging, you're not going to be cruel to them, you're not going to be um, you know, I'm really hoping you get my gist. And a lot of these traits are something that are explained separate, but to me that's part of being an authentic person. Moving onward. Two is acceptance. They accept themselves, others, and the world around them for what it is. Self-actualized people, when they have acceptance, means fully acknowledging the facts of a situation and not fixating on how it shouldn't be that way. This mindset moves us away from often harsh judgment of ourselves and allows us to break away from thoughts of guilt or unfairness. Perfection is a myth, change is the only constant. And accepting yourself for me is also knowing that this is your maybe starting point. And let's say you're shy, you don't like the fact that you're shy. Unless you accept that that is a part of who you are, that's not a bad thing, but you think, oh, this is, if I could change one thing, it would be that I'm not shy anymore. Accept it. Accept all parts of you that you think they're not worthy, that they're not worthy of being loved. If a child, a small child, a toddler is shy, are you going to go at them? Why are you shy? Why don't you change that? Why don't you do something about it? Why are you being like that? No, you're going to embrace them. You're going to tell them, okay, let's figure out how we can improve that. It's fine. You're perfect just the way you are. You're amazing. Like I said, we're perfectly imperfect. That's the way you are is okay. Accept that so that we can build and work on what you want that it is. If you want to be more sociable, knowing how to hang out with others, let's read books about it. Let's practice it. Let's practice it with each other, or try at the park meeting some other child, or again as an adult doing it with someone else. And the sooner you accept certain things, the sooner you can move on. So I think this is a nice way that you can accept what you think is your, like, your faults, part of your faults. It's just, okay, this is my starting point. I want to keep growing in this area the most. Let's gather some informations, let's work on that. And cherish, hug that part of yourself as if it was if it were a small child, which part of you is still in there as a small child. Just hug them. You didn't know better, other people didn't know how to show you better, but it's not wrong that you are this way. We can just expand and build on it now. And people that are successful, people that have self-actualized, maybe can even start new things, but they don't go, oh, I don't know nothing about this, I'll turn out to be an idiot or a moron, I'm not gonna even try. No, they just say, I don't know, let's work on it, let's read about it, let's practice it, and in the beginning it's not going to be good, it's probably going to be awful, but that's how it all starts. So in the beginning, maybe you're going to be awful at maybe making new friends, or it's not going to go smoothly. But the more you do it, the more you practice it with many people, the more you're going to learn. Again, there are books about it, and it's just going to become part of you eventually. But you still need to start, practice, work on it, even if you need to rest in between, but just not give up on it entirely, and it'll be okay. So accept where you are, write it maybe on a paper where you are now, where you want to be, and just enjoy the process, enjoy the ride. So number 3 is people that have self-actualized from their own opinion, which means to make up one's mind or decide what one thinks about something. And you might also say, I need more facts before I can form an opinion about this. And this is, I think, I mean, all of these are true. You, a lot of the time, need to first gather some information, especially if you know nothing about something. But at the end of the day, you're going to form your own opinion. You're going to form on opinion on how you resonate with this. Is this what I'm resonating serving me, or is it not? What is my opinion about this? And then when you form your own opinion, no matter how many opinions around you there are, you already know your own. And if you need to change it because it's not serving you, self-actualized people are always going to go to what is serving them and the people around them. So they're not going to form opinion that is that is not good for them, that is not that is maybe hurting others or themselves. They're just going to have a healthy, most likely positive opinion about that. So number 4, spontaneity. They don't limit their behavior to what others view them as, means acting in accordance with or resulting from a natural feeling, impulse, or tendency without any constraint, effort, or premeditation. So, premeditation. So, although, yes, I agree with this, I'm saying all of this is true. A lot of people can view self-actualized people as someone who maybe just you don't know what they're gonna do, or you already have your own opinion and they surprised you. Well, how come they just did that? Self-actualized people are people who listen to their gut, who listen to they're in tune with their inner self. So when they have these inspired actions where, we said not even wild horses can stop them, they follow through it. They don't stop and think, should I not, none of that. They have a gut, they have an instinct, do something about this, go, they go. And this comes with being on higher vibration, with practicing being aligned with your intuition. And this is why a lot of self-actualized people can, be seen as spontaneous. Because if their intuition is telling them something, go there now, do something like this, even do something completely different that they've ever done before, it's for them maybe natural, and should be natural for everyone. But because they're more in tune with their higher self, you're gonna see them doing it more often, and maybe you're not gonna have that feeling yet, because again, you haven't worked on your vibration, your healing, etc. Number 5, one of the 5th trait is giving. Have a mission larger than themselves means person who give to others something of a value. Keep in mind that giving is something that can be free. Giving does not just mean giving someone money and giving someone material things. It can be giving a smile. The place where I live, everyone says hi to one another, whether we know each other or not, which is amazing and completely different than, bigger cities and bigger places. And I just love it. The thing that you can do with that as well is when you say hello, give them a massive, big smile. And you don't even have to do anything than that. You can, however, also stop, have a chit chat with them, make sure you give them more love, more positive and higher vibrations, and give them, just that warmth. And all of that is free. All of that is you giving someone something that is amazing. And because a lot of people will say, well, I have nothing to give. Yes, you do. And if you can give nothing else, even a smile, even a nice word, even a compliment is something that you can always, always give. Always, even just wishing them to have a wonderful day. You can always give them something. So don't think you can't give them anything. If you have your loved ones, you can always give them, even just telling them, I'm so grateful to have you in my life. I love you. You look beautiful today. Do you know how amazing you are? You are a phenomenal human being, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life. Imagine you giving those words to someone that you love, even if you don't know them that well, but especially if you know them well, and if they're your family member or a partner or a child or a friend, you can always give something, always. Imagine those words if I were now speaking them to you. You can always give something, always. So people that have self-actualized, one of their traits is that they're autonomous, which means makes their own decisions rather than being influenced by someone else. They follow their own courses of actions relatively unimpeded or obstructed by others, willing to make their own path. And this is true. People that have self-actualized, they are not gonna copy others. They're not gonna, like I said, you can gather information, you can learn about something. It's not like, I don't know, if I want to do something in math area, anything in mathematics, it's not like I'm now gonna start inventing math has already been invented, but I can learn about it first. I can practice that what is already there, and then once I'm good at it, then I can add on it and maybe have my own research or teach that to someone else. But sometimes people are saying, oh, this person is copying the other one, but this person is maybe just learning and practicing that so they can learn, so they can add more. This is the same as, let's say, a language, or you're writing an essay. First, you needed to learn the words. Then you needed to learn how the sentences are formed. Then you read a lot of books more about, how to upgrade all of that. And then you can write an essay of, I don't know, let's say you're researching something, but even that you have to gather more information and then make your own work. So, as much as a person that is has self-actualized is forging their own path, to sometimes may seem that they're copying others, but the amount of things that have, like I said, already been invented, already have been written down, they don't need to now rediscover that. However, in order to add to it, they need to learn, they need to have an experience, they need to practice it, and then add their own thing. And I'm hoping I'm making sense. And also are not gonna follow other people's opinions or what their path should be. If, let's say, parents tell them, oh, you should be doing this, or society, or I don't know, their friends, or they have a clear vision or on what they want to do in life, on where they want to go, on what they want to achieve, and they're just going to be going down that path. And believe you me, I tried the other way. I tried pleasing everyone else, and I was miserable, other people were miserable. It did not work. And a lot of people are desperate and sad and miserable nowadays because they think they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but they're only doing what they thought they should be doing because they've accepted other people's opinions on what their path should be like. And now they're going down by that path and they can feel that something is missing, and then they maybe don't even realize what it is. And maybe they are not even aware that they feel like there's something missing. So that's, I think, why the healing is so important. Get professional help, read about it. I always recommend Dr. Joe Dispenza's books, all of them. Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself is one of my favorites. However, all of it, and you can find a lot of things for free on the internet. You can join the library and get a lot of books. You don't have to buy every single one of them. So it's not gonna like it's gonna cost you, I don't know what money, in order for you to learn, or whatever, to work on healing. And like I said, the last thing that I believe, it's the base of everything good, and the life of your dreams. So the seventh trait is solitary, which is which means comfortable with being alone. Also have fulfilling relationships, recognizing the importance of love and belonging as a fundamental ingredient to a flourishing life. So I put two different things in one sentence. People that have self-actualized are fine with being alone. They work amazing things by being alone. And when I'm alone, I remember when my daughter was supposed to start going to school, and everyone was thinking, what are you going to do? How are you going to spend your time? Are you going to be bored? Are you going to be alone? Do you really people realize what the amount of things I can do? I don't I love being alone, which does not mean I only like being alone. This is why the other part of the sentence is they have fulfilling relationships. They know that, that connection with another human being is one of our most basic needs. And they recognize that the love is part of everything, that the love is the one, the thing worth living, that love, not just for others, not just in partnership, not just even love with ourselves, just the love for even loving, I don't know, the smell of the flower, just love for me. What I believe is love, which again, love doesn't hurt, etc., does not have a specific like definition. Like, love is everywhere, love is the most powerful thing ever. And I hope you also recognize it, that love doesn't have to be love with just your partner, or love is more than just that. So the next trait is that they have close connections. They tend to keep a tight-knit group of friends, which is true. People that have self-actualized, they don't care about having 100 friends. They don't care about, oh, I need to get attention, oh, how am I gonna... They want to have quality people around them. They want to have people that are going to be talking about ideas, that are going to be cheering each other on, and they don't want people that are going to be gossiping about. Or if you know someone that has like, and claims that they have like 200 friends and is the best friend with everyone, really, really hope that your alarms are gonna go like that, because mentally, I don't think that's the healthiest thing. I'm hoping I'm not offending anyone. You can be kind to everyone, that's completely different. But having like 200 best friends and being best friend, that this is my best friend, that is my best friend, and this 20 and those 100, and for me it's not natural to have all of them being your best friends. So I'm hoping that you understand where I'm coming from and what do I mean. So ninth trait is appreciation, showing that you understand how good something is or are grateful for something. Necessary component to live in a good life, never taking the magnificence of their world for granted. The amount of times that I appreciate so many things that you can, the fact that we're alive, the fact that our hearts are still beating, the fact that our cells are doing what they're supposed to be doing, the fact that our organs, our brains, our hearts, our, I don't know, other parts are working, the fact that we can smell flowers, the fact that we can, a lot of us, hear music or a sound of a bird, or just for a lot of us to see sunsets. Every person can appreciate so many things and be grateful for them. And People, I always say that miserable people, people that are unhappy, are ungrateful people, and grateful people are happy people. So ungrateful people are going to be miserable. Make time and space to appreciate things in you and around you. Write it down, have a journal. It's really so important for us to do that. If you're not going to do anything else, be grateful and appreciate things, honestly. They're also light-hearted, someone who is cheerful and happy, enjoy life. I think that is a given. You when you reach, let's say, that full potential, but like I said, you never actually get it done, you're happy, you're joyous, you realize how there are so many things to enjoy, and you're not gonna allow yourself to feel down for longer than you should be. If you're sad, if there's something, some contrast, you're gonna let something out if you need to, and heal from it as quickly as you can and move on. And because self-actualized people do this, then the majority of the time they're on high vibrations. Simple as that. They also have peak experiences, often described as transcendent moments of pure joy and elation. These are moments that stand out from everyday events. The memory of such events is lasting, and people often liken them to a spiritual experience. When I heard the word liken, I didn't know what that meant, so I googled it. So if one of you doesn't know that, it's point out the resemblance of someone or something to. And a lot of these also, there can be a birth of a child or something, but it can be achieved by meditation. And this is why, again, I said Dr. Joe Dispenza, because he explains it from scientific level. He tells you how to do it. He has a lot of workshops that you can sign for and experience that even in the in your own home with yourself, just meditating on a bed or a couch, wherever. It doesn't have to be anything like that, like I said, like a birth of a child. But we do have a lot of those moments that, when you have those moments, you just wish everyone can have them, but you have to work on yourself for that. I can't do things for you. I really hope you get that. I can't be happy for you in terms of, I'm happy now, you're going to be happy because I'm being happy for you. I'm really hoping you're getting this. So I can't build the muscles for you. You have to exercise by yourself. I can't heal for you. You have to heal by yourself. All I'm not saying not without any help. Obviously, people can help you, be there for you, show you how to. The professional people know, maybe how to create a safer space, how to listen to you, how to guide you through it. However, at the end of the day, you're the one who's doing the healing. You're the one who's going to heal yourself. Other people can just show you the way, can guide you, can inform you. At the end of the day, you're the one who's going to heal yourself. They also have compassion. They feel or show sympathy and understanding for people. An empathic understanding of a person's feelings accompanied by altruism or a desire to act on that person's behalf when you relate to someone's situation and you want to help them. This is honestly, again, it's a given. And if you realize that if we had the same moments, the same seconds, the same experiences from point A to this moment, like someone else, we would be exactly the same as they are. Exactly the same. And this is why I have compassion for everyone. This is why even if someone is hurting other people, I understand where they're coming from, not approving their behavior, but I just have compassion. I just wish they knew what they were doing to themselves, that they're not being good to themselves when they do that to other people. that. So in that regard, I really do think the majority and all people that have self-actualized have compassion. It's again, a lot of things that self-actualized people have are coming from understanding or where certain things come from. This is why they don't get upset. This is why they don't, this is why they're not cruel to other people, because they understand where the other person is coming from, where the other person, why the other person is doing that. And with that understanding, they know it has nothing to do with them. However, they also want the more and more people to be happy and joyous and spread all of that, and for everyone to be as happy and as fulfilled as they are. And the number 13 is oneness. Having a sense of oneness is state of being joined as one thing and no longer separate. I personally believe that we are having this physical experience with the illusion of separation, and that we wouldn't be able to experience it in this way if we didn't have that illusion of separation. However, all together we are one. We are all connected. We are all connected. Excuse me. We're all in this together. And we are all, when we put us all together, we are one. When you look even from the scientific point of view, we are honestly all connected. You can look more into it. I'm not going to go into it here. I think it's been explaining What the Bleep Do We Know, the second part. If you haven't watched the first part, I recommend you to do that, because I thought the second part would be enough. But then I realized people who haven't seen the first part maybe are not understanding the second one better a lot. So What a Bleep Do We Know first and the second part, watch them if you haven't already. And like I said, I'm gonna give my own traits that is the base of everything. And if you've seen my last video, you will know what it is. And it is self-love. I'll link that video down below if you want to learn how to love yourself, if you want to learn how to achieve that self-love. People that have self-actualized love themselves. They love their body. They love the fact that they're alive. They're in love with themselves in a healthy way. They're not arrogant. They are appreciative also of themselves. They just have love inwards and they're sharing it outwards. And if you want to learn more about it, I am sharing this for anyone who doesn't know, anyone who wants to start working on loving themselves but don't know how to start, what to do, for all the beginners, or just you just want to know how to, and then you can implement that on your life to have love. Link the video down below. So this is a 40-minute video, Jesus, and I was trying to do it as fast as I possibly could. Love you so much. See you next time. Bye, guys.